JW is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 9 episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead, pay attention to the episode title, do your due diligence, take the initiative. I'll put that title name in the description if that's the case and you're not caught up. I suggest, and so does everybody else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Walking Dead Season 9 episode number 8. The title of this episode is called Evolution. This will be my reaction review recap of the episode. I've seen it. Doing a reaction to have it on my channel. Doing a reaction because of the season 11. Going to be the final season of the main Walking Dead show. We have Jesus, Daryl, and Aaron following Eugene's tracks, trying to find him. They observe a herd of walkers milling around in the middle of a field and talk about how very unusual it is of the walkers to be doing this. Usually they just walk straight to one place, but these walkers are just kind of circling around and they're not really sure what's going on, and decide to walk around it. As they depart, an odd-looking walker that we see watches them from the herd. So somebody is up to something, or something's going on with these walkers. Michonne, Siddiq, and DJ lead Magna's group with Luke, Unico, Connie, and Kelly to the hilltop. Though they are met with clear hostility, Tara explains that Eugene's still missing, which Michonne didn't even know he was gone, and that Aaron is out with Jesus searching for him, which Michonne also didn't know. And Michonne and Siddiq help to introduce Magna's group to the hilltop residents, as well as Carol. Michonne and Carol have a private conversation revealing that there is a lot of broken world between Alexandria Hilltop and the Kingdom, making it difficult to continue their past friendship, or for the Alexandrians or Alexandria to participate in an upcoming fair. Henry gets settled into the hilltop as an apprentice to Earl for a blacksmith, and as Carol returns to the kingdom, or Carol does return to the kingdom, but Henry unfortunately discovers that Enid, his crush, is in a relationship with Alden. Didn't see that one coming. I thought initially Alden would be the next relationship for Maggie once Glenn had died and things settled over. I was very shocked to see Alden and Enid, can't talk all of a sudden, hook up. So anyway, depressed because of this, Henry meets up with a group of teenagers who invite him to join them that evening for some fun at a secret shelter outside the gates of the hilltop. Now, after drinking heavily, they show him a walker that they have been using as a plaything, but Henry quickly dispatches of that walker, and the rest of the group is mad. Rodney, Addie, and Gage abandon him because of that. Now, when he returns on his own, Tara and Earl put him in a cell for drunken disobedience. Though Earl considers sending Henry back to the kingdom, he becomes sympathetic to the fact that Henry, because of his own drunken mistakes, and promises to speak to Jesus on his behalf. And then Alexandria, Gabriel sits with Negan, trying to comfort him, but Negan, of course, continues to antagonize his efforts. Later, the riders from the hilltop arrive with the news that Rosita was injured and has been taken to the hilltop. When Gabriel next sees Negan, he goes off on Negan's behavior, telling him that he is forced to stay and watch over Negan instead of seeing Rosita. And this actually genuinely earning Negan's sympathy. He feels bad, like, oh man, I'm sorry. And then Gabriel brushes it off. And then that night, Negan realizes that the door to his cell was unintentionally left unlocked by Gabriel and exits that cell. And then at the hilltop, we have Rosita waking up and immediately warning Michonne and Tara of the threat that she and Eugene discovered, and that Daryl's group is not safe. And speaking of Daryl's group, of course, their group lures the herd away and goes to a barn that was near Rosita's location, where they find Eugene hidden under its floor. Now, Eugene explains to them that Rosita stashed him there due to his knee injury and warns them that the herd outside is unusual, having heard them speaking before, and that they have come through twice before looking for him. He suggests the possibility that the walkers may be evolved into more intelligent foes. The group quickly find that the herd is approaching the barn, and they evacuate. Now, Daryl offers to lead the herd away while the others take Eugene back to the hilltop. However, despite creating a distraction with fireworks and dogs barking, the herd continues on following the others, Aaron, Eugene, and Jesus, eventually getting trapped into a walled cemetery, and they take out the front line of walkers. Michonne arrives with the others from the Hilltop, the Magna's group, Magna, Connie Kelly, Hunico, and Luke. I couldn't think of his name for a second there. To help rescue them, but Jesus decides to stay back to cover the others, and then Jesus dispatches several walkers, but one of them ducks as he goes to swing his blade, grabs Jesus, and stabs Jesus, warning them that they are where they do not belong. Suddenly, Daryl arrives and takes out the walker while the group clears the rest. As Aaron mourns over Jesus' body, Daryl examines the walker that killed Jesus, revealing it was a living human wearing a mask made out of walker skin. And then before they can process the situation, walkers around them get louder and the group circles up preparing for a fight. And that's how the episode ends. So we get the death of Jesus. We have these strange walkers that are actually people walking around with walkers. Straight out of the comic books. I'm not going to go into spoilers regarding that, but it was an interesting episode. I liked most of it. I wish they would have showed a little bit more Negan. I like the fact that he was sympathetic to Gabriel and his situation with Rosita. I'm going to give the episode an 8.6 out of 10. The character of the episode, while I'd like to give it to Jesus, he simply just doesn't do enough, and unfortunately he is dead now. I'm going to give it to Daryl, because Daryl was a badass in this episode, and so was Dog. Well, I guess if a dog can be a badass. So, you heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. So, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like this episode, Evolution from Season 9, smash that like button. Even if you don't like the episode, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, make sure you smash the like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this particular video, go ahead and share the video with them. Don't forget to leave me a lot of comments regarding your thoughts on the episode or anything Walking Dead related. You can talk about Season 11. I don't really care if you spoil anything in the comment section, because if you're watching this video, you should be caught up on The Walking Dead. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.